Hey everyone, Couch Investor back on our earnings video for today. So Roblox just reported their quarterly earnings, a double beat. Stock is up around 12 to 15% at the time of making this video. The company is still losing money, but it's making some progress. It's also making some progress across the board with regards to its users. Previously, the big fear here was that just little kids 13 and under, maybe a little bit over 13, are playing this game. But as you're going to see, they are slowly but surely making sure that, well, users of all ages are using their platform, and it's also growing, which is great because advertisers want to target Gen Z. Those are highly lucrative audiences. So let's have a look. So revenue increased 38% year over year to $713 million. Bookings was up 20% year over year to $839.5 million. Of course, in Roblox's case, they even say that, well, it's maybe worth it to look at bookings rather than just revenue because of the way that they have to report it. When you buy Robux, if you spend it on the platform, there are different ways to report that number. You can buy Robux, you spend it on one digital item. You cannot recognize everything all at once. There is a whole structure. They explain it in another presentation. If I can find it, I'll pull it up. Otherwise, I already explained it in another video. Net loss, still a big one, $277.2 million. Net cash provided by operating activities was $112.7 million. That's up 68% year over year. Average daily active users, for the first time, I believe, over 70 million. That's up 20% year over year. Average monthly unique payers were 14.7 million. That's up 14% year over year. And average bookings per monthly unique player was $19.02. That's up 5% year over year. As for hours engaged, we reached 16 billion. That's up 20% year over year. Average bookings per daily active user, just under $12. And then net liquidity was $2.1 billion. I mean, the growth rate here, unlike many other previous growth stocks, at least here there is still quite some growth. So a couple of comments here from the CEO and CFO. Our strong third quarter results reflect our continued platform innovation and growth across all age groups and geographies. We are executing against our key priorities to enable deeper forms of immersion, communication, and avatar expression on the platform, while investing in AI, brands, and advertising to drive future growth. As for the CFO, we delivered another strong quarter of growth while executing against our financial plan. Booking growth was particularly strong in Western Europe and East Asia. The US and Canada still accounted for the majority of booking growth in dollar terms among all regions. We also slowed spending growth across most of our major expense categories. As a result, we showed marked improvement in margins compared to both Q2 2023 and Q3 2022. With regards to that, so personal cost, excluding stock-based compensation, by the way, still increasing. So that increased 22% year over year, a significant decline in growth rates from 42% in Q2 2023. We continue to expect year-over-year bookings growth to exceed the year-over-year growth in personnel cost by Q1 2024. Coming back to what the CFO said, so in addition, we have largely completed our Ashburn, Virginia data center. CapEx in Q3 were $53.2 million. That's down 60% year over year and down 52% from Q2 2023. As a result, free cash flow was $59.5 million in Q3. That's up from a negative $67.7 million in the same quarter last year and up from negative $95.5 million in Q2 2023. While we continue to invest in innovation, we are now entering a new phase where we can slow the growth in operating expenses and CapEx, thereby generating operating leverage and free cash flow. This is very well received by the markets because it's great to see the company continues to grow and grow and grow. But if it's not able to grow in a profitable way, or at least in a more profitable way, then what's the point? When are we going to be profitable overall? These comments are pretty promising. Now, before I continue, if you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, we really appreciate that. If you want to support me even further, do check out the links down in the description and the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. Thank you very much. All right, so coming back to the daily active users, international expansion and stuff like that. So in Japan, daily active users increased 66%, hours increased 64%, and bookings increased 174% year over year. We believe the Japanese market is starting to exhibit the same virality as other wealthy international markets. As for key Western European markets, in Germany, for example, daily active users increased 27%, hours increased 30%, and bookings increased 75% year over year. By the way, if you are watching from one of those markets, have you been buying a lot of Robux for your kids? Let me know down in the comments below. Then in India and Brazil, important markets for Roblox, they are part of their vision to connect 1 billion global daily active users. In India, daily active users increased 53%, hours increased 49%, and bookings increased 76% year over year. In Brazil, you saw an increase of 23% for daily active users, 23% for hours, and bookings increased 62% year over year. Of course, those markets, ARPU there is a bit lower than, for example, in Europe, United States, and Canada. Then as for the age groups, and this is a very, very important part, so daily active users grew across all age groups, led by users aged 13 to 16, that's up 22%, 17 to 24, that's up 27%, and 25 and over, that's up another 25% year over year. Very, very promising. Hours also grew across all age groups, led by 13 to 16, up 23%, then 17 to 24, up 29%, and 25 and over, that's up 28% year over year. And like I said before, Roblox user age between 13 and 16, 17 and 24 are considered to be part of Gen Z, a demographic of particular interest to global advertisers. Then they did say that starting in fiscal 2024, we are going to begin to provide guidance. We will discuss in more detail next week at our annual Investor Day meeting, but we intend to provide our annual guidance at the start of each fiscal year. Of course, the markets love to have some guidance, some visibility as to what the company is seeing. Now that we're finally going to get that, expect probably some better moves. Can be going up, can be going down, but at least we have some visibility at the start of every fiscal year. All right, so I found this slide here that was in Q2. So it talks basically about the difference between revenue, deferred revenue, and the bookings. So basically this, one user spends $30 on the Robux platform to purchase 3,000 Robux or purchase a prepaid card worth $30 to exchange for 3,000 Robux. So the user spends Robux on average within 3 days on the platform to purchase. Durable virtual items, 2,800 Robux or $28. So here it comes. GAAP revenue recognition, $28 bookings divided by 28 months is $1 per month. When you look at recognized in first month, so bookings recognized, $30. Revenue recognized equals $1. Then deferred revenue at the end of the first month, that's $27. And so recognized revenue is just $2, whereas bookings is obviously much more. And so to conclude, if you look at the graph, of course, the support line around $26, $27 or so was respected yet again. Currently, we're going back up to an area which was previously a type of resistance zone between $40 and $45, $48 or so. It's also above the 200-day moving average, so keep that in mind. RSI will be going up a little bit, so we're above the neutral zone. Again, good earnings report. The company is growing fast. It is growing in a more profitable way while also still losing some money. But hey, we've seen much worse reports these days, growing slower while expenses are still growing as well, which of course isn't that great. Overall, good quarter, company still losing money, but hey, the future for that company, in my opinion, is still bright. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.